All right, a little extra water going in the pool here. It's spring 2024 here in central New Jersey. And for anybody out there wondering, yes, central Jersey does exist. I grew up in the south and lived in the north, and now I'm in central Jersey, and I can tell you, even just from a sports perspective and the broadcasting that we get on television, central Jersey most definitely does exist. So this is our 18 foot by 48 inch deep Coleman pool. Got it 4 seasons ago. Looks pretty good. Everything's been a work in progress, been a learning progress. I've relied a lot on trouble-free pools, so I want to just shout that out. And I think there's a couple people in here that really promote trouble-free pools and the methodologies that they use. So yeah, I think I went, just humbling myself a bit. I think I went through what all new pool owners go through, and that's the pool store trying to get you on a bunch of different chemicals and everything else like that. But last 2 years, finally took the time to sit back and read and learn, and it's helped me just immensely in terms of better managing the pool itself, the chemistry for the water, and having just a firmer understanding of that. So I actually opened this, and again, this would be via trouble-free pools, their guided process. Opened this about, I guess it was about a week and a half ago. It was pretty warm here in Jersey. I mean, it was in the 80s. I got the little temperature gauge in the pool. It was about 62 degrees. Really, anything over 60 degrees is when algae can start breeding. I've dealt with the algae problems in the past. So got the cover drains, got everything out into the woods, got it opened, created a siphon here with this. So just running into the woods. I have a 16 ounce fishing weight that I actually use. I tie to the end of the hose, and I use a wet vac to start that initial suction, and I just let it go from there. But got all the debris off the bottom of the pool. Pretty much what I did after that was I took out the pump. It's working out a couple bubbles right now. I have to just check, make sure everything's tight. This shouldn't have any bubbles. This is working itself out. I just turned this back on today about 5 minutes ago. But I think it's good to note that I think a lot of people probably struggle, at least from what I could see in these forums on Facebook, but making sure your pump and your filter are clean, guys. So I took the leaf trap cover, completely cleaned this, got a sponge, made sure everything was cleaned out. I checked the O-rings, I checked the gaskets on every port on here, make sure that they're not dry rotted or cracked, but mostly you want to make sure that they're free of debris so that you have a firm seal around everything. We're in pretty good shape. We use filter balls. I tried sand the first season, and really it just came down to like closing. There was just a lot of weight, and it was a pain in the neck. I wanted something easier. Now my maintenance is a little bit more. As you can see, I have pine needles all over the place here. It's really these 2 spruce trees that I've been battling for the last couple years. I got a willow tree. I can't see the other guy's tree, but we got a neighbor in the back, and once that thing starts blooming, it's flowers and everything else just popping through. So yeah, I got the pool cover drained, vacuumed up what I could off the bottom with a siphon, checked the pump and filter, make sure everything was clean, gaskets were good, and then we got a bunch of chlorine in the pool. So, I mean, really, you want to make sure that before anything else, you're sanitizing this water. And that would be, again, guidance from trouble-free pools. You want to make sure that you're sanitizing this before anything else. And then what I'll do in probably a day or so here, I'm going to finish letting this fill up today. But I'll wind up getting out my Taylor test kit. It's a K2006 test kit, and I will look at the total alkalinity, I will look at the pH and the cyanic acid, and from there I'll get those levels to where they need to be, what's appropriate, and from that point on it's really just about maintaining the chlorine levels throughout the season. So we do throw some pucks in here. I have liquid chlorine too, but really, in terms of preventing algae buildup and everything else, especially when it starts getting a little bit warmer, and it's warm here today, but it's not super warm. want to make sure you get that chlorine in the pool right away and start sanitizing the water. So yeah, I mean, that's really it for me, guys. Skimmer is working well. I got a skimmer sock on the basket inside. Seems to be pulling debris right now. Again, I cleaned this as well. I mean, I cleaned everything, guys. You know, check the hoses. Probably got to tighten this up at some point. It's not leaking though. But really, it's really about just trying to preempt any issues, whether that's a leaky pump, algae buildup in your water, and trying to make sure that hopefully by Memorial Day my wife can enjoy the pool. So good luck to you guys, and that's really just all I wanted to share.